I transitioned in 1977 when I was 15.
Meet Marilyn Pieronek, aka Mardi. She's a 63-year-old Canadian trans woman who has blown up on social media with her insightful and harrowing life stories.
I came from a sort of like a center-right family, so it was very tough growing up.
They say back then it was difficult to access the type of information they needed to fully understand themselves and their identity. So they found solace in the other trans kids in the area to help with their journey who were young runaways themselves.
And that's where I started learning tales about Vancouver. That was the place where people went to transition. There was this place called Davie Street, was like the gay mecca of Western Canada.
Mardi ran away from her conservative home in Calgary at 15 and headed straight for Vancouver to start afresh with her trans friends. But they admit that their naivety made them unaware of the harsh reality of their situation.
On the bus over to Vancouver, I remember asking the kids, so what do we do when we run out of money? Is there like places where we can go for help and stuff? They just looked at me like I was crazy, and they just said, we work Davie Street. And that's when it dawned on me. It's like, oh my God, this is real.
Mardi was thrown into a life of sex work to navigate life as a runaway trans teen and to fund her gender-affirming surgeries. Their first day in Vancouver was also when their addiction to drugs began.
As a 63-year-old woman, I just cradled that inner child of mine. She was just so scared and she didn't want to do that, but that's what you had to do back then.
Since then, Mardi got sober and decided to document and share their life, both through their podcast, A Life Lived Trans, and social media videos. They frequently talk about their experiences, including getting bottom surgery at 35 years old after being so afraid to do it when she was younger after seeing the work that was done on another girl when she was 18.
It was basically the Stone Age back when I first went to see a doctor about it. I was 18, 1980. Their handiwork was not, like it is today.
They also talk dearly about the friends they have lost throughout their life. The trans community today does lean quite young. 1.4% of 13 to 17-year-olds in the US identify as trans, while only 0.3% of adults aged 65 and older identify as trans, according to the Williams Institute. From a Canadian perspective, the proportion of the trans Gen Z community is roughly 5 times higher than trans baby boomers, Mardi's generation.
It feels so good to be able to share my story as an older trans woman because I get to leave testimony for those that didn't make it, all my friends that didn't make it.
And for this reason, Mardi's intent on sharing her story, even though she finds it difficult, and also developed PTSD as a result.
It's just so important to leave testimony. I think that is the way that we are going to become woven into the fabric of the mainstream society.